In the heart of Manhattan, where skyscrapers cast long shadows over crowded streets, an elderly man named Harold stood at a busy food truck, clutching a crumpled dollar bill. His hands trembled as he pointed at a steaming hot dog. "Please," he said to the vendor, a gruff man wiping mustard stains from his apron. "My grandson's coming, he'll pay you, I swear." The vendor rolled his eyes. "No cash, no food, old man. Move along." He waved Harold off like he was shooing a stray dog. Harold stumbled, nearly falling into the street when a young woman darted forward, catching him by the arm. "Easy there," she said, her voice warm but firm. This was Mia Carter, a 24-year-old food delivery worker with dark curls tied back in a messy bun, her bike parked nearby. She wore a bright red delivery jacket, her phone buzzing with orders. Turning to the vendor, she raised an eyebrow. "What's the deal? You charging gold for a hot dog now?" $10, the vendor snapped, crossing his arms. Mia scoffed, pulling a crumpled 10 from her pocket and handing it over. She grabbed the hot dog and passed it to Harold, who beamed at her. "You're a gem, young lady," he said, taking a bite. "If my grandson married someone like you, he'd be lucky." Mia laughed, brushing off the comment. "Thanks, but I'm not in the market for a husband. I've got bills to pay and dreams to chase." Her phone buzzed again, a customer demanding their order. "Gotta run," she said, scribbling her number on a napkin and handing it to Harold. "Call if you need anything, okay?" As Mia pedaled away, a sleek black SUV pulled up. Out stepped Ethan Hayes, a 28-year-old billionaire CEO of Hayes Enterprises, dressed in a tailored suit that screamed money. His sharp jawline and piercing blue eyes turned heads, but his expression was all business. "Grandpa, why didn't you wait for me at the airport?" he asked, helping Harold into the car. Harold swatted him playfully. "You kept me waiting, Ethan, and you missed meeting your future wife." He held up Mia's napkin with a grin. Ethan sighed, rubbing his temples. "Grandpa, I'm single for a reason, and you're talking about a wife. In this heat, you're losing it." Harold waved the napkin. "This girl's special. You're going on a date with her, and that's final." Ethan groaned, but Harold was already dialing Mia's number. "Sweetheart, I'm not feeling well," Harold said into the phone, his voice suddenly frail. "Can you meet us? I'll send the address." Ethan grabbed the phone. "Grandpa, stop. She's probably too busy to deal with this." But Harold's eyes twinkled. "Trust me, she'll come." Sure enough, Mia arrived minutes later, breathless from biking across town. "Are you okay?" she asked, scanning Harold's face. Harold chuckled, suddenly spry. "I'm fine now that you're here. Meet my grandson, Ethan Hayes. He's 28, single and handsome. You two should get married." Mia blinked, caught off guard. Ethan stepped in, his tone polite but firm. "Grandpa, let's not scare her off. I'm sure she's got better things to do." Mia nodded. "Yeah, I'm not looking to tie the knot. I've got my own path to figure out." Harold's face fell, but he pressed on. "Mia, are you worried we wouldn't treat you right? If you marry Ethan, I'll sign over 3 penthouses and $1 billion to you." Ethan leaned in, whispering to Mia, "He's got dementia. He thinks we're loaded. Truth is, I'm just a guy renting a tiny apartment, no job. I'm not your type." Before Mia could respond, her phone rang. A sharp voice demanded, "Where's the $200,000 for your mom's medical bills?" "It was $80,000 last month, but interest adds up. Pay up or I'm tossing her stuff out." Mia's face paled. "I'll get it to you tomorrow," she said, hanging up. Turning to Ethan, she forced a smile. "Sorry, gotta go." Ethan frowned, sensing trouble. "Grandpa, this girl's got her own problems. She's not the one." Harold shook his head. "She's perfect. You'll see later that day." Harold called Mia again, insisting she meet them at a nearby diner. When she arrived, Harold was all smiles. "Mia, I meant what I said about the marriage. Ethan needs someone like you." Ethan rolled his eyes. "Grandpa, I don't even know her." Mia crossed her arms. "And I told you I'm not ready to settle down." Harold leaned forward, undeterred. "What if I cover that $200,000 you need? Call it a bride price." Mia froze. Ethan's jaw dropped. "Grandpa, you can't be serious." But Harold was already pulling out his phone, ready to transfer the money. Mia hesitated, her mind racing. The debt was crushing her, and this could save her mom's belongings. "Okay," she said finally. "I'll marry him, but I'll pay you back every cent." Ethan stared at her, stunned. "You're actually agreeing to this?" Harold clapped his hands. "Perfect. Let's get you two to City Hall." An hour later, Mia and Ethan stood outside City Hall, holding a marriage certificate neither had expected to sign. Mia stared at the paper, her heart pounding. "I never thought I'd marry a stranger," she whispered. Ethan forced a smile. "Don't worry, I'll take care of you for Grandpa's sake." As they parted ways, Ethan stopped her. "Save my number, but don't expect much." "I meant it, I'm broke." Mia handed him a handwritten IOU. I know you didn't want this. I'll pay back the $200,000 as soon as I can. I'm not here to take advantage of you. Ethan studied her, his skepticism softening. When can you pay it back? I've got a job interview tomorrow, she said, and I'm still delivering food. I'll make it work. For the first time, Ethan wondered if he'd misjudged her. She didn't seem like someone chasing a quick buck. The next morning, Mia arrived at the headquarters of Horizon Designs, a prestigious firm recently acquired by Hayes Enterprises. The lobby buzzed with applicants, all vying for a spot in the company's design department. Mia clutched her portfolio, nerves jangling. This job could change everything. Overhearing two candidates, Mia learned that Hayes Enterprises was owned by the elusive Ethan Hayes, a young genius who turned the company into a global powerhouse in just 2 years. He's brilliant, gorgeous, and single, one woman gushed, but hardly anyone's seen him. Mia's interview was interrupted by Qley Bennett, a smug candidate with connections. Qley's uncle was a board member at Horizon, ensuring her a spot. When Mia introduced herself, Qley sneered. Wait, Mia Carter, from college, the girl who paid her tuition by collecting recyclables. The HR manager, Miss Larson, raised an eyebrow. Is that true? Mia stood tall. It's not relevant to my work. I'm here for the design job. Qley laughed. She delivered food before this. You're hiring delivery drivers now? Miss Larson smirked. We need designers, not couriers. Mia's temper flared. I took that job to survive. Judge me by my portfolio, not my past. Reluctantly, Miss Larson reviewed Mia's designs alongside Qley's. To everyone's shock, their submissions were identical. Qley smirked. She copied me. Mia's eyes narrowed. I won an award for this design in college. How's it yours? Qley stammered, claiming she'd created it years ago. Mia pressed, if it's yours, explain the concept. Qley floundered, unable to answer. Mia didn't let up. You copied my homework in school too. This is no different. Miss Larson, aware of Qley's uncle's influence, sided with her. Mia, your design is fake. You're disqualified. Furious, Mia gathered her portfolio, but Qley stepped on it, grinding her heel into the pages. You don't belong here, she spat. Mia yanked the papers free, shoving Qley back. I don't want to work with people like you anyway. Unbeknownst to Mia, Ethan was in the building, overseeing operations from a private office. His assistant, Mark, briefed him on the interview drama. 2 candidates submitted identical designs. The manager disqualified one for plagiarism. Ethan reviewed the files, his eyes narrowing. This one's flawless, detailed, innovative. The other's sloppy, full of errors. How did they miss this? Mark shrugged. They're siding with the connected candidate. Ethan stormed into the interview room just as Mia was leaving. She stopped short, recognizing him. Ethan, what are you doing here? Qley and Miss Larson turned, confused. Qley smirked. Is this your husband, the unemployed guy? Ethan's jaw tightened. He couldn't reveal he was the CEO, not yet. He pointed to Mark. That's Mr. Hayes, the boss. I'm just his assistant. Mark, quick on his feet, played along. Yeah, I'm Mr. Hayes, and you, he glared at Miss Larson, are making a mess of this company. How do you miss an obvious fake? Miss Larson stammered. I must have overlooked it. Ethan cut in, his voice sharp. You accused a talented designer of plagiarism without evidence. You're fired, Mark added, and you, Qley, are disqualified. Mia, your work is exceptional. Want the job? Mia's eyes lit up. Yes, absolutely. As they left, Ethan pulled Mia aside. You said you were unemployed. How'd you end up here? Ethan grinned sheepishly. I saw you were interviewing, so I got a job as Mr. Hayes' driver. He liked my skills. Mia laughed. A driver for Hayes Enterprises? That's amazing. Thank you for standing up for me. Ethan waved it off. That was Mr. Hayes' call. I'm just the driver. Mia tilted her head. Come to my place tonight. We're married after all. Ethan froze, his mind racing, living together. That wasn't part of the plan. That evening, Ethan arrived at Mia's tiny Brooklyn apartment, carrying a single duffel bag. Mark had kicked him out of his fake rented place, per Ethan's instructions to maintain his cover. Mia opened the door, surprised. What's going on? Ethan scratched his neck. Landlord issues, I got evicted. Mia ushered him in. Come on, you can stay here. The apartment was cramped with peeling wallpaper and a flickering light bulb. Ethan, used to penthouses, hid his discomfort. This place is cozy. Mia laughed as the lights went out, plunging them into darkness. Ethan yelped, What the? Relax, it's just a power surge, Mia said, lighting a candle. You're scared of the dark? No way, Ethan muttered, embarrassed. They sat down to dinner, homemade pasta Mia had whipped up. Ethan took a bite, surprised. This is better than my chef's cooking. Your chef? Mia raised an eyebrow. Ethan backtracked. I mean my cousin's cooking. Distant cousin, Mia shared her story over dinner. My dad left us when I was young, Mom passed when I was a teen, I've been on my own since, figuring things out. Ethan's heart softened. You've been through a lot, Mia shrugged. I'm fine now. You can stay here as long as you need, just don't expect luxury. As she grabbed her delivery bag to head out for her evening shift, Ethan protested. You're leaving me here alone, Mia grinned. I've got bills to pay. Wanna come? Against his better judgment, Ethan joined her, hopping on the back of her bike as they delivered orders across the city. Climbing 10 flights of stairs to drop off a pizza, Ethan panted. This job's brutal. Told you, Mia teased. You don't have to come. Ethan shook his head. If you're doing this, I'm in. Mia smiled, touched. You're not so bad, Ethan. As they biked through the city, a sleek BMW swerved too close, clipping Mia's handlebars. She steadied herself furious and marched to the car. Out stepped Qley, smirking with a guy in a flashy suit, her boyfriend, Jake. You losers scratched my car, Qley snapped. Mia scoffed. You hit us. Those scratches were already there. Jake sneered at Ethan's suit. Nice knockoff, Ralph Lauren doesn't come cheap, Qley laughed. They probably think Italy's a pizza topping. Mia bristled. I'm proud of my husband. He's a driver and he's damn good at it. Jake smirked. You mean the guy who stood up for you at Horizon, thought he was the CEO for a second? Ethan stayed calm, but his mind raced. He couldn't let his cover slip. Just a driver, he said, steering Mia away. Let's go, Qley called after them. You'll pay for this, delivery girl? Back at the apartment, Mia and Ethan collapsed on the couch, exhausted but laughing about the night's chaos. You didn't have to stick up for me, Mia said, but I'm glad you did. Ethan shrugged. We're married, right? Gotta have your back. Mia studied him, her guard lowering. You're not what I expected. Neither are you, Ethan admitted. He'd underestimated her strength, her talent, her heart. Over the next few weeks, they settled into a routine. Mia worked at Horizon Designs, impressing her team with innovative ideas. Ethan, still posing as a driver, spent his days running Hayes Enterprises from behind the scenes, careful to keep his identity hidden. At night, they shared takeout, swapped stories, and grew closer. One evening, Mia found Ethan staring at their marriage certificate. Regretting this yet? She teased. Ethan shook his head. Not at all, you're different. Mia blushed. You're not so bad yourself, driver. Trouble brewed at Horizon Designs. Qley, still bitter, spread rumors about Mia's fake designs, undermining her with colleagues. When Mia's latest project, a sustainable urban design, won a company award, Qley's uncle pulled strings to discredit her, claiming she'd stolen the concept. Ethan, overhearing this through Mark, was furious. He called a board meeting, revealing himself as the CEO. Mia Carter's work is original and groundbreaking, he declared, presenting evidence that Qley had plagiarized her college designs. Qley's uncle was demoted and Qley was fired. Mia, unaware of Ethan's role, confronted him after the meeting. Why was the CEO so invested in my work? Ethan took a deep breath. Mia, I'm not a driver. I'm Ethan Hayes, CEO of Hayes Enterprises. Mia's eyes widened, hurt flashing across her face. You lied to me. I didn't want you to marry me for my money, Ethan said. I wanted to know you, the real you. Mia stepped back, processing. All this time I thought you were just you. I am, Ethan said, taking her hand. I'm still the guy who ate your pasta, who biked with you through the city. I love you, Mia. Mia's anger softened. You're an idiot, you know that? Ethan grinned. Yeah, but I'm your idiot. Mia forgave Ethan, and they decided to give their marriage a real chance. Harold, thrilled, revealed he'd known all along that Mia was perfect for Ethan. I'm old, not senile, he chuckled. Mia continued to thrive at Horizon Designs, her designs gaining national recognition. Ethan stepped out of the shadows, proudly supporting his wife as the CEO. Together, they launched a community initiative to support young designers from underserved backgrounds, inspired by Mia's journey. One evening, as they walked through Central Park, Mia leaned against Ethan. I never thought a hot dog would lead to this. Ethan kissed her forehead. Best $10 I ever spent.